The godly bad boy who sees a woman's heart for who she really is and what she really is and what she's really feeling. It's like this, a woman looking straight into the sun. Sometimes it can be very blinding for the woman, and that's why she's scared of these types of men, the godly bad boys that can see into her heart. Now, the godly bad boy does not judge these types of women, but he does stay away from them. The women that are scared of a man seeing her heart, that's a man who has individuated himself enough to where he's integrated his anima to the point in which also that he has a good relationship with women, and he'll see a woman who does not have a good relationship with men in general. Lickety split, man. And these women that are scared of men who are actually seeing them for who they really are, it can be frightening for them. But it can also be very healing. And something that I want to do more of on my channel is to encourage healing, because I'm recognizing more and more and more that we can only move past the degeneracy and the problems of our society if we move with the power of love at our core. And this is not to say that women get to not have any accountability for all the crazy crap that they've put men through, because a lot of men are done, and there's good reason for it. There's good reason that men are walking away from women, but it's no longer the answer, right? Like, it's no longer, it's not a viable solution for the long term. I'm trying to think about how we can address the species of our society and within our society at large, and societies rather, because it's very, very abundantly clear that what we're doing cannot go on. I mean, just today at the gym, I heard a woman. Now, this is a woman in her 40s or so, and she was talking to one of her girlfriends and all that, and they were right next to me. It's not like I was just, I was just working out, doing my thing, and these are women that are in their 40s or so, pretty well taken care of themselves, obviously, like in great shape, and they were complaining about their multiple houses down, in another area that they're going to have to start renting out because inflation is too high. Now, if this is your biggest problem, you're living okay. You're living all right. And it's just so abundantly clear that women just do not appreciate what is going on in their lives. They just don't. Because she even said, verbatim, my husband had the audacity to make this decision without me. It's like, well, is this his house? Is this, because the way she made it sound like it's his house. It's his house. And so why wouldn't he make the decision? It's like, well, okay, yeah, they're married, but look, it's the man's house. If it's not your house, it's not your house, woman. And this is one of the reasons why, I think men need to be doing more of this type of stuff. Not addressing things with their wife and all that. But if it's your thing, it's your thing. And if you're doing it because you want to put yourself in a better position and the family in a better position, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that women are having issues with. Women are having issues with men taking care of business. And we need more love. We need more recognition and appreciation, because as I made it in a post recently on X and in my YouTube community, is that where women are no longer honored, the society becomes ugly. And when men are no longer appreciated, where they are no longer appreciated, that society ceases to exist. If men are not appreciated, it's the society's not going to work. It's like putting yourself and putting all your plants and all your crops into a bunker, expecting them to grow in the sun. Like this, there's no appreciation for the light. There's no appreciation for the actual experience of the environment and the totality of it. And we're just to a point to where we need more of these godly bad boys that are going to be making better decisions and that are recognizing that we don't need to cater to these women. Let them be whatever. They're going to have to just learn. Okay, they're just going to have to learn that if we as men have things in our possession that we want to do certain things with, it's going to be on our terms. And you don't get to control us. And we're not going to control you either. But we're going to set the standard that if you want to be here in my world, this is what's going to need to happen. If not, if you don't want to do that, you can go somewhere else. And this is why the godly bad boy is the godly bad boy. It's that many women are scared of a man who actually enforces boundaries. Many women are nervous and because they know that these men, they see their intentions. They see them because they're not immune to the childlike energy of God. And because it's like the more you empty your mind, the more, and I'm not saying empty as in like just throw it all out. I'm saying deprogram what you've been programmed to do and believe. It's like what, it's like how you don't let go of who you are, but you let go of who you are. You become more godlike and more godly by letting go of who you think you are and just living the truth. Because otherwise your ego is going to attach itself to certain beliefs. And I've noticed a lot of men who want to believe that they're godly bad boys have attached themselves to certain either denominations or religious perspectives, no matter what it is, right? And I'm guilty of this. I've been guilty of this. Okay, I totally understand. I totally understand where you're coming from, because I was trying to see God externally. I was trying to see God externally rather than internally. And yet I knew simultaneously that the universe was not happening outside of me. The universe was happening inside of me. But my ego was still playing its little games, trying to identify with something out here because I needed something out here to confirm my inner reality. You don't need to confirm anything out here to know something inside. And that's the trick, right? Because when you look inside, there's boundaries that are dissolving. And the more I ask myself, who am I don't really know who I am. And that's kind of the game that's fun, right? Like, you don't really need to know who you are. That's the whole point. You don't need to know who you are. Just be, because, I don't want my identity to be that of a godly bad boy, but it seems like that's kind of just the way that things progressed, and a godlike savage as well. But also, I'm very much so I suppose just a stoic friend I on the internet. Like, that's the way some people view me, I guess. And that's cool, that's fine, but it's just fascinating how the way that I express myself in certain forms and certain dominions and certain domains are going to be seen differently depending on what you're perceiving me to be. And this is one of the reasons why I think Jesus Christ asked, who do you say that I am? Because it's like, I don't know who I am. Who do you say that I am? But it's not like a big deal. Like, it's kind of even if you do know who you are and you have this identity, I mean, there's pros and cons to knowing that too. So it's like no matter how we look at it, there's going to be pros and cons as long as we're in this physical form. But when you look beyond that, you're not the body, and you're not the mind, and you're not the thing that clings to the mind, well, then what exactly are you? Who are you? Well, you're everything. There's a great alchemical text that says something along the lines of, think that you are, above all heights and lower than all lows and here and there and everywhere. And it's not even something that you think, it's something that you just experience once you let go of these things. And the more that you move into the power of love and you just let the power of love flow through you, the more that these women out here are going to be drawn to you and yet scared of you. They're going to be more drawn to you than ever before. I have women that I would have never thought in my entire existence that would want to be a part of my life, that do want to be a part of my life. And they make it known that they want to be a part of my life. But these are also women who I see their hearts, and I see their intentions, and I see what they actually want from me. They don't really want me. They don't really want me. They want the image of me. They want the image of who they could be with me. And so women who are self-aware actually are capable of wanting a man for who he is. Women who are not self-aware, they cannot have or want a man for who he is. Now, I'm not saying that this is something that you should focus on, but what I'm saying is that self-aware women are self-aware, and they're few and far and in between, but they are there. And so what we have to recognize as men who are more spiritually inclined is that if we allow ourselves to be persuaded by these women, we are literally giving them our essence. We are inviting the malevolent spirits in. And in doing so, we categorize ourselves unnecessarily, and we degrade ourselves unnecessarily. We almost play with these things that are basically shapeshifters. Like, a lot of these women are shapeshifters, man. Like, they can appear sweet and innocent for a few months, or even a year or two, and yet at the same time they're just playing a character. Now, we're all playing characters, of course, spiritually speaking, but that doesn't mean that we're moving from a place of ingenuineness or lack of genuine qualities. A lot of these women do not have genuinely good intentions. A lot of these women don't even have, they just want you. They don't even know why. And that's one of the reasons why they're scared, is because you're revealing certain things about them that they don't really want to recognize. A lot of these women who are not self-aware, which is most of them, do not want to recognize that there's something more at play here. There's something bigger going on, and they don't want to acknowledge that because they want to believe that they are, like, their problems, like the woman at the gym, right? Like, ow, the audacity. It's like, well, it's his house, man. It's his house. Get over it. And plus, like, it's not like you're living less than, like, you're going to actually, because like, if she didn't have the say, like, it would have been his house no matter what, right? Like, it had to have been, because his name would have been on the mortgage or whatever it was, right? Legally speaking. It's just so fascinating how these women, they'll find anything to complain about. They're still taken care of. More men are taking care of business for them, and yet they're still not satisfied. And it's like, I genuinely think that it's because women do not know the power of love. I really think that. They do not understand the true power of love. We're sold this facade that women are so nurturing and so etc. And I do love the feminine spirit. I do love the feminine spirit, absolutely. If And if I had one love ever, it would be Aphrodite. No doubt about it. But I have more than one love. I have more than one love, and yet I am the one love. But the point is, the paradox, besides the paradox, is that the thing is that we as men have to recognize that most of women want three things, right? They want more, they want something else, and they want nothing. Like that, those are the things that they want, and they don't decide what they want. They just, I don't think women are and if they're not self-aware, they're not capable of knowing what they want. Men who are at least somewhat self-aware, but I mean, not even a little bit self-aware. Most men who are not even a little bit self-aware, they at least know what they want. They just don't know why they want it. Women don't even know what they want. They just want what they want when they want. And that's because they're emotional creatures. And so you kind of have to just work with this, and you just kind of have to accept it for what it is, because like, what else are you going to do as a man? Like, what else are you going to do? We can handle these things. And I'm not necessarily saying that, you should try to aspire to be a certain type of way with women. Just be who you are. As far as I'm concerned, there's no man who can ever tell another man how to be masculine. Like, I can give you, for example, many people look to me as something to like refer or recommend certain things. And I say, well, I don't give advice. I don't have advice to give. I don't really know anything. Okay, I don't really know. I don't know anything. All I know is what I've experienced and what I know I know. That's it. Other than that, I don't know anything. So I can't really tell you like exactly what to do or exactly how to do it. But people will ask me for recommendations and such, and I'll think to myself like, look, what I like to say to people is that I'm the education. I'm not the educator. And I'm not the dating guru or the dating coach or the life coach or whatever. I think life coaches are stupid. I don't like the term life coach. I don't like the term spiritual coach. I don't like the term dating coach. I don't like these terms because it's all part of the identity thing. And I think that the more you cling to certain identities, the more that you suffer. And women cling to identities so much more than men. So much more than men. No question. But the men who do cling to identities, they cling more than women. Women generally, I would say, they cling to identities more than men. But the men who do cling to their identity, oh my gosh. Holy smokes, man. They will burn down a freaking village just to keep the image of who they are, because they're so... Now, I mean, think about all the religions, right? Think about all the religions that ever were. It's like, oh, they don't believe what we believe. Well, God's on our side, so we have to kill them. What the fuck? Like, that is some crazy crap, right? But anyway, that's a story for another time. I hope that this message was useful and insightful for you. Sign up for the Godlike Mastery offer that I have if you want to go into more detail on topics like this, or just in general, because I have 2 more spots left for this month of April, and it's looking like I'm only going to have 2 spots left for May as well. So we'll kind of keep, I'll keep you updated on that, but for right now, there's only 2 spots left for April for the Godlike Mastery. And then the one-on-ones as well are available. We have the Regal Academy for you as well. It's only just $7 a month, just to enter. It's $35 a month currently for everybody that wants to join the group calls and get more access to classes and such. But we also have other classes available for you, like the Lord of the Rings class. I'm making a 48 Laws of Power class right now as well. I don't know when exactly that'll be done because I've got a lot of things in the works right now, and I'm focusing more on the godlike mastery offer that I have for people and the work that I'm doing there. And what the heck? I just saw something kind of strange over there. Oh, I think it's a deer. No. Anyway, point is that we have options available, and we started the Regal retention study yesterday. That's going to be a 30-day retention study for men who are retaining their seed, and we're going to see the psychological impact of that through time. So I'm very interested and pleased to see that we've already got people that are volunteering and made contact with me, showing that they've already made progress with the tracking. So, like, of course, one day is not going to be enough to justify, but I'm glad that people are reaching out to me and demonstrating that they're doing the tracking. So keep it up and stay consistent with it. I hope everybody stays blessed. Peace. Until next time.